And then if I come from Batuta along the Birdsville Development Road into Birdsville, that'll be just perfect, yeah. Oh, g'day guys, how you going? Rob here. Just finishing off my final preparations for a bit of a trip I've been planning for quite a while. Some of you have been asking about it and wanting an update. Well, it's the final night before I head out tomorrow, and I thought I'd just check in and let everybody know what's going on. And you may be interested in following along, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell and like the video and all that sort of carry on. You'll see some great spots where I'm planning to go along the routes here through outback Queensland and northern Queensland. And I'll be checking in regularly and giving campground updates and camping gear reviews and how things are going and what works and what doesn't, including what's on in the Ranger and stuff like that. We'll see how it all pans out. And so heading off tomorrow morning, and first stop will be in St George, just outside of St George there at a free camp. Most of the camps I'm going to try and do will hopefully be free camps. I know in some areas that you can't really free camp, and particularly northern Queensland up near the Gulf there. Some of the free camps there aren't really that great. So we'll see how that pans out anyway. That's quite a fair while down the trip. But first up, we'll be going through St George, out through Cunnamulla and Thargomindah and so on, and out to the Burke and Wills tree and check that out. In a couple of days' time, I should be out there, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And then head north from there up into Birdsville and further north that way. So, like I said, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell and all that sort of carry on and follow along. It's going to be pretty magnificent, I think. We're not far from the wet season, so just getting the tail end of winter here. It's actually the first or second day of spring. And so I've got to get out there and get this done before the wet season starts, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but we'll see how we go. Also, while I've got your attention, Respect the Bush, guys. This campaign come on from Drifta, and I've grabbed a bag here this morning, so thanks to the guys at Brendale there. Rob and the gang up at Drifta Brendale were able to source a couple, so I went up and made sure I grabbed one. This is one of the major things I'm going to be doing on this trip, is getting this initiative and program out to other people who are already camping out there. So a lot of these guys probably won't have heard about it. And there's a chance that you might not have heard about it too. So what it is Respect the Bush. Luke Sutton, the owner of Drifta, was out, and I think it's a family member of his, I'm not quite sure, but a little girl, Ashlyn, I think her name is, Ashlyn, who's about 5 or 6 years old, started walking around the camp, apparently picking up rubbish, and inspired this idea about respecting the bush, because a lot of the campgrounds you go to now, guys, there's just rubbish and just crap everywhere. And we always say, oh, look at these bogans, look at these, so-and-sos leaving their rubbish here. And what do? We just drive away. We've got to stop just driving away, guys. We've got to stop, get out, grab a bag, pick up the rubbish, because particularly with the free camps, because if we don't and we keep trashing them, I'm not saying you do, I'm not saying I do, but those who do, if they keep trashing them, they're going to close these camps down. And where are we going to go then? Then we're all going to start complaining about having to pay for a camp and so on and so on. The free camps that are out there at the moment, some of them are magnificent. Some of them are even better than paid camps. But if we keep trashing them and people keep trashing them and not cleaning up their mess, they're going to, councils will close them down, regions will close them down, and we'll have nowhere to stop and enjoy a camp, or pull up in your RV or your caravan or whatever it might be. So we've got to get out there and really push this initiative, guys. You can get these bags from Drifta for a donation. Drifta Brendale have a couple in stock at the moment. Gloucester obviously will have more. Australian made up in Bundy. Gone to Gloucester to get I'll just show you the bag here, to get the Velcro stitching done. Great job too, guys, by the way. It's solid as a rock. You basically fill him up and close him up when she's full and cross off a box. And the idea being you get to at least 20. This bag should survive more than 20 dump runs, I suppose you'd call them. And just keep using it over and over. And this will keep you accountable as well. So every time you cross one off, chuck a picture up online, tag the Drifta guys, tag the sponsors, guys. Some of the sponsors here, 4-Wheel Drive 24/7, Snatch Clothing, Sparesbox and Fulcrum. These guys have jumped on board early, and it's so good that they have to help support and fund the making of these bags, which has just been fantastic. But what we've got to do is we've got to make sure we get out there, hit up Drifta, go to their website. I'll put it in the description below. Grab a couple of bags, 2 in, 2 out, and basically one for yourself, one for the campsite rubbish that you find around the place. Pick it up, clean it up, take it to the next town, find a proper bin, dispose of it correctly. Don't dispose of the bag, obviously. Tip all the rubbish out into the bag, keep the bag. And when you get to the next camp, rinse and repeat. And whilst you're at the camps, which is what I'm going to be doing as well, is let other campers know about it, that it's there. And that this option is here. And you don't even need the bag to do this, guys. But having this bag, having the logo, supporting Drifta, and supporting some of these sponsors here, it's the best way to go about it. Chuck a donation in when you go to pick these up. Buy some of the other gear from Drifta. It's all Australian made. The stuff down from Gloucester. The Stockton range is imported, but designed and manufactured in Australia. But the standard Drifta stuff is all made in Gloucester. The bags are fantastic. I grabbed another bag today, one of the clear top bags, and I'm going to put all my camera gear in it. Actually, that way I can see through the bag and see if I haven't put a battery in somewhere or whatever. But yeah, guys, get onto this this initiative. It's going to be fantastic. Let's make it explode. Everybody all over the place, when you go camping now, really has no excuse. Keep these places nice and clean. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with my journey here and my big trip coming up. I have no idea how long this trip's going to take. I have no idea really where I'm going after I sort of get to sort of Thargomindah and Birdsville. After that, there's no real plan. It all depends on weather, heat, time, money, of course. But I do know the whole way I'm going to be supporting this Drifta program and what these other guys have done. They've Full Drive 24/7, Sparesbox, Fulcrum and Snatch Clothing. Well done, guys. Well done for getting on board. But guys, get out there and do what the bag says. Inspire others, because that's what we need to do. I'd also like to put a shout out to Mr Buckaroonie as well. He's well and truly behind us up there in far north Queensland. I didn't get to make it to the camp you guys recently had. I would have loved to. Obviously, I've seen all the clips, online and stuff that Rob from Brendale's put up online. Looked like a fantastic trip and a great turnout. Hopefully get to the next one, or hopefully Drifta fan base camp. Hopefully that one will be another one soon, but obviously with Corona and everything going on, it's all in a bit of a hiatus. Anyway, get on board, guys. Respect the bush. Hashtag 2 in, 2 out. And like I said, hit up the Drifta guys. One in Brendale, there's Gloucester as well, obviously. Hit up their website, like I said in the description below. Also hit up the supporters of this, the sponsors, Full Drive 24/7, Shauno and Graham and the gang. Everyone loves watching those videos, and it's so good that those guys have got behind this. Fulcrum did the suspension kit on this over there at Capella Bar. Michael and the gang, mate, big thumbs up. And she rides like a dream, and can't wait to hit it on the corrugations out to Birdsville and see how she holds up. But so far, so good. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get back to finishing off my planning of this trip. And we'll start loading the old Ranger here and get into it early tomorrow morning. Like I said, guys, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, all that sort of stuff. Check out the Drifta stuff. Grab yourself a Respect the Bush bag. Get out there camping and do your bit, because I'm going to do mine, and hopefully the rest of us do too. All right, guys, let's get into it. Cheers.